YouTubers, delayed introduction there. Pardon the, yeah, we're doing this live. We're trying again, hopefully without some hiccups this time. But we are back for Venom, Let There Be Carnage, some comic spec for you. Take two. So, Chris, how you doing out there live
Man,
tonight?
doing good. Doing good. It's a little hot, but we're getting through it. Just yeah, waiting for this movie.
Yeah. I can't wait. I don't want to say high hopes, but I definitely have hopes for this movie. And for all of you out there watching, hopefully there's less echo now. We've been testing the audio and going with the mainlining of the Ethernet, so I am plugged in downstairs, not with the normal background tonight, but hopefully this will provide a better audio visual experience for you. But let's jump right in. Chris, what you got for us for our first symbiote book?
All right, what do we got? So, all right, Carnage. Everyone's talking about Carnage and excited to see him on big screen, but no one's really talking about Carnage's kids. So, first book I pulled out was Carnage, the miniseries from I believe 2014. This is number five of five. This is the first appearance of Scorn. This is a pretty cool series overall. Really nice covers by Clayton Crane. I'd say, pick it up now. I know you can get the whole set. I grabbed the set not too long ago for $75, all in pretty good shape with some variant covers and things like that included. But first appearance of Scorn, I would go snag it now because we saw what happened with the She-Venom books. We saw what happened with, Patrick Mulligan and Toxin. Book spiked, and we don't even know if the symbiote's going to show up or anything like that. The Shriek book, which was, you could get that for a quarter for a long time, and it's now what, 20-25 bucks all day long. So
Nice. And we got a video viewer out there, so thanks for whoever is tuning in and watching. Hit us up in the live chat. I am gonna start. You just mentioned some Clayton Crane. I've got a few books regarding Mr. Crane, so I'm gonna drop this one on you first. Chris, you're familiar with this. This is just an awesome cover by Mr. Crane, courtesy of the Comic Mint. So we've got Venom there in the Infinity Gauntlet. Don't think that this will ever work its way into a Sony movie or the MCU, but gotta love that cover. It's a variant for number 7, you can see right there. So again, that's what, first cameo of Dylan, is that right?
yes, first
Yeah.
cameo, nine's his first phone.
Yep. So key book, but also wanted to grab it in this cover. So love Mr. Crane. Hope to meet him and get him to sign some stuff one day.
Yeah, man, that's a good grab. Let's see. I'm gonna shift gears then. Since you brought up Dylan, I'm gonna go with Amazing Spider-Man 799. Now, this is the second print. This is the first cover appearance of Goblin Child. I believe it's the cameo of Normie Osborn as Goblin Child. So he gets a little bit of the Carnage symbiote. You see Red Goblin there. I would say grab this because Normie and Dylan are not done with each other. The symbiotes are not done with either of them by any stretch. So I think it's a good book to get. In the second print cover, always, I don't know, probably a more limited run than the first print and first cover appearance of Goblin Child. So
Nice,
get it
nice
while it's
pickup.
hot.
Yeah, man. Um, I'm gonna jump in and talk a little bit about what's going on now. So we've got the Extreme Carnage run. Not sure if you guys are reading that out there, but that's something that I talked about in my last haul video last week. So they're doing this Extreme Carnage. I think it's an 8-part series. I'm enjoying it so far. Don't want to talk too much about it in case you want to read it. Don't want to give away too many spoilers, but it takes place immediately following the events of the last Donny Cates run in Venom, so Venom 200. So you guys know Noel is dead. Venom, Eddie Brock is taking over the Hive Mind. Dylan is Venom now with a Venom symbiote, and you've still got Carnage lingering out there. How? Well, it's kind of explained a little bit in the first issue, but they're doing one-off issues. So first was Carnage, then you've got Scream here, number 2, and I guess you put them all together, they form like an interlocking collage at the end. So maybe I'll throw a photo up on Instagram when it's all done. But Scream is trying to it's Carnage's sister, and he's trying to get his sibling to join his side. And next issue is Phage, and then we've got Lasher, which is the most recent one. So now they're halfway through the 8-part series. I think Toxin is the next one coming out. But it's been good so far. Definitely pick it up. Maybe this will gain some legs, and they find a way to work this into the story after this movie. But yeah, who knows? It's a good read.
Nice. Yeah, having that Lasher book supposed to have a new symbiote appearing in it as well. I haven't gotten to the store to pick up my pull list. I don't know if you've gotten to flip through it, but
I haven't read that one yet. I think it was just last week that it came out, so that one is still in my pile to read.
Nice. So, little Spec there. I'm circling back around to Carnage's other child, Carnage number 10. This is the first appearance of Raze. So this symbiote basically has a lot of relevance right now because it's escaped me right now. Give me a second. Claire Dixon, FBI agent. She gets the symbiote after a ritual, if you will, a seance, something like that, with the Darkhold. So has some nice ties to WandaVision, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, and I just think it's, again, like a $5 book. Pretty crazy cover. And nice first appearance. Symbiote is kind of deceased in comics now, but I mean, they just brought back Toxin. They're going through all the Life Foundation symbiotes. So, death is never permanent, especially for basically non-human entities. So I'd say go for it.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much what the Extreme Carnage run is about. It's about reinventing the Life Foundation, and Silence. That's the one that just has its first appearance in the Lasher, the last issue of that. So
Nice.
go grab it. Next for me, I'm just going to throw this in. It's not a great story really. It's anthology of stories. So you guys know out there, I've read all the Batman Black and White. Deadpool even just had one, and Wolverine had his run, and DC Superman also had a run. I think the blue and red, white and blue, whatever, or red and blue, I think. So Carnage has his own. I only have the first issue, so this is number 1, but there were several of them. It's anthology of some short stories. This is the Patrick Gleason variant cover, so really cool cover. And shout out to Otto, 3 Men in a Basement. This was in one of his mystery boxes from a couple months ago, so definitely like to have this in the PC. And yeah, it's a cool cover. And Chris, you were talking about some recent news with Gleason, right?
Right, those webhead variants. The Spider-Man number 55, the second prints are showing up in those Walmart packs. It's a second print incentive variant, so it's a black and white version. I guess they're just showing up in the Walmart packs, as well as some 1 in 500s, 1 in 200s, 1 in 1000s of Thor, Venom, all different issues. And people are wondering what that's going to do. Apparently on Twitter, Mr. Gleason was saying how he basically thought he had all the issues more or less, it was a store exclusive more or less, and things like that. And all these, I guess Marvel's going into Warehouse or Diamond or whoever is just digging things out, and now books that were, it's not unreasonable for a store to charge $500 for a 1 in 500. If people are getting them for, $3. Hey, they're a little dinged up, but you're seeing, you're seeing people pull them out on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube,
Hmm.
and people. I haven't been able to find a pack here on Long Island anywhere. I mean, we don't have a ton of WalMarts, but they're gone. I don't know. Maybe people were fist fighting over them like way back when. I know they used to have some exclusive covers, but yeah, they're popping up, those web heads, and we'll see. I mean, who knows what else they have as the next round of books comes out, and, you know.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yep. All right, you're up, man.
All right, keep going. Let me see. I don't have. I wasn't able to find at ThriftCon that um, Spider Gwen number 24, but I did get Guardians of Nowhere number 1, the Gwenom variant cover.
Nice.
So it's a first appearance. She's not in the story, but it's way less price. You see the $25 price tag there. Did talk them down a little bit, but not a bad book. Trying to collect the Venomverse, the Spider-Verse as much as I can right now, given that the movies are coming out, but and a lot of books of Spike. But nice cover. Still on the lookout for that J. Scott Campbell, and specifically the one with Venom on the cover.
Yep.
That's going for, I mean, $300 to $500. I know you scored it a long time ago for a really good price, but
Yeah, I got it. Not to share exacts, but I mean, I got it south of 150 2 Mays ago, May of 2020. So if it's
yeah, those days are gone.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's and another thing. I mean, I don't know if our viewers still out there, but it's we're not
No,
really
they
dealing.
they are not.
We buy books that these are going in our collection. I guess eventually if we get doubles, triples, or upgrade a copy, we're eventually going to sell something. But I haven't been able to do it. But I think a lot of these Venom books, even the Spider-Verse books, I think there's room to grow because we don't know. There really hasn't been a lot of trailers for anything between Venom: Let There Be Carnage or the animated Spider-Verse movie or No Way Home. So there's a lot of characters I think you can. Not everyone is a Venom, Miles, Spider-Gwen, Carnage. Like these books have spiked, and at this point, I would wait for some of the big books to die down. But again, we're a cameo, a name drop, whatever it is in these 3 movies that two are. I mean, literally less than 60 days away. I'm not sure when No Way Home's coming out.
Yeah, so we're within 34. We're within 45 days, 60 days of the Venom
Right.
movie. Nowhere Home is closer to 4 months away.
Oh, it's December. Okay.
And then I think February is when you got the next big Spider-Verse movie. So this is probably the wrong time to be buying some of these books. And we already talked about some really big Spidey related books in previous episodes. So just if you don't already have them, probably just put them on your list and go out and grab them, late first quarter of next year or second quarter after things kind of die down. Unless it's like a real cheap $5-10 book, then I think, you got to wait for it to cool off because it's right now is probably the absolute worst time to be buying them.
Right. But I mean, most of these books, I'm sure, I think everything here I picked up at Terrificon or Silver City Con within the last month. So I mean, there's still deals out there. I think some of these lesser characters, these ancillary characters, are
Well, yeah.
fair game right now, and you hope you get them for a movie. And what was the other bit of spec was the director of Morbius, um, he slipped up and said in an interview how he's filming with Jared Leto doing this, that, and all of a sudden all these people will show up on set, and he listed Tom Hardy. So are they going to fully connect Morbius to Venom? And then we know that we've seen some stills and whatnot in the trailer for Morbius that Spider-Man is there's like graffiti on a wall, how he's a murderer and things like that. So the Sonyverse is definitely connecting, and I mean Tom Holland's Spider-Man is already in the MCU, so
Right.
it's going to be pretty interesting.
And the other name that they threw out, I think, was Tom Hardy and Michael Keaton. So maybe there might be a Vulture appearance.
Right.
And then doesn't his daughter become the second Vulture? Is it, or is it?
Uh,
It's a female is the second Vulture, right? I just don't know if it's his daughter or not.
or is she Starling in the Miles books? I forget.
Oh, it's a good question.
Go to your next book. I do a little research.
All right. All right. Well, for my next book, it's I'm actually gonna follow up with what you just said, and I keep blanking on the type of cover. So tell me again, what is this called, Chris?
Lenticular.
Lenticular. There you go. So we've got homage to what 316 of Spidey, and you can see there Gwenum and Gwen. So it's Gwenum pinning Spider Gwen to the ground there. So it's the 316 homage cover, and it's Spider Gwen 25. So this book has actually gained some heat. I got this last year. I don't remember when exactly. I want to say it was towards the end of last year, but I got it for like $2 or $3, and now I think it's up to around 20 or 25. So it's the what is it? It's the second appearance, right? So it's number 25 of Gwenum. But I think this cover's getting a little bit more respect than the regular cover. So this might still be a book to grab now without waiting for it to cool off. It seems like it's on the rise. Maybe grab it now before it gets higher.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, like we see with everything else, when the first appearance goes, what's next is the second appearance, or maybe the first cover, or the origin. So,
Right.
hold on. So, let me see. I did a little, little scrolling here. So, Tiana Toombs is um, Adrian Toombs' granddaughter.
Okay.
Who you're talking about, and she's Starling, which her first appearance is in Miles Morales Spider-Man #5. I think it has a little heat, but I think it's like, $20-$25 book, mint shape. I don't know what the 9/8 are going for right now, but yeah, definitely a good character. Miles is coming, we know, one way or the other. So,
Yep.
um, let me see. I got one more book left.
All
So this
right.
is kind of old spec, but again, got it for a deal. Venom, Sinner Take All #2. This is the first cameo of She-Venom. Still don't have #3. Anne Wang as She-Venom. We had that. It basically was one scene in the movie, and that book is still going for, I think, about $150 to $200 in a 9/8 #3. So this is a nice alternative. It's a cameo, still a pretty slick cover. Um, for I got it for, I want to say, $20 or $15. Only 3 spine ticks. So, you know, and again, just got these. So we're buying books. We're telling you, we're collectors. We're just telling you because basically, I just like to buy more for my money, so I just can say I have it. So,
Right.
we're not out here trying to pump books for whatever. And they're good reads. I suggest reading your comics.
Yeah, and something else that's a good read, and something else that actually I'm not pumping it up, but this one of these copies is for sale. Back to Clayton Crane, and this is the King in Black. This is the Gwenum versus Carnage. Now, I have the trade dress, which is I think one of 3,000, and the Virgins here, which are one of 1,000. So definitely holding on to the Virgins. Probably going to get these graded at some point, but the trade dress ones I wouldn't mind parting with. But the reason I bring this up is because, again, this features Gwenum, who I think is going to be making her debut, maybe even in the next Spider-Verse movie in the winter. We don't know, but we know Gwen Stacy will be back as Spider-Gwen in that movie. And then Carnage. So they're just doing Cletus Cassidy now. Maybe with the animated movie, maybe they try to incorporate the Mary Jane Carnage or some other iteration of Carnage. So those books are, well, #1 especially is the first appearance of Mary Jane as Carnage. So yeah, again, it's all fair game. Who knows which direction they're going to go in?
No, absolutely. It's nice if they would I feel like King in Black kind of fizzled out towards the end. We don't really know where Null is. I'm still a big proponent. I think Null's coming to the MCU. But it's just like the whole codex and things like that. So they're bringing back the symbiotes and whatnot. So it'd be nice to see Donny Cates's kind of world expansion continue on in some way, shape, or form. And I think they're going to pull from his work eventually to go into the movies. So we'll see what happens. I mean, again, we're one swirly mark from everyone going nuts about Venom 3 again. The Dylan books. Again,
We're one swirly mark away from Mephisto too.
Oh, sure, why not? It's coming. There could be a stained glass window.
Oh man. Oh boy. All right. Well, that about wraps it up for some Venom, Carnage, other symbiote Spec, and we'll be back again to talk about more of the Spider-Verse later this year because we just got to do more Spider-Man. Chris and I love the character. We got a lot of books, and we got 2 more movies coming out soon. So we'll be back with that. We're also going to drop an Eternals video on you soon for that movie coming out. We're going to skip Shang-Chi because we just don't really have a lot of books between the 2 of us on that. But I think we talked about doing an X-Men episode, so we're going to do some dollar bin diving, some X-Men on the cheap before too long. But until next time, stay safe, stay nerdy, and for the one person out there that watched our debut live stream, thank you.